Baskelile wena afana nayo. Kophi yakhona. Seyiposta sinika bominister. Amalungelo wethu. Wangakhuphukila. Tamthethe. Asinalo falo, Asinalo Chonani line! Oh, Chonani line! Now I show this man. I think so many seats are buying for money away. Opa!
Manda! Abenço! Manda! Abenço! Viva CWP, viva! Viva! Viva CWP, viva! Viva! Manda! Abenço! Manda! Abenço! Vinha quarta base! Assim! Vinha quarta base! Assim! Abenço! Comrades, this is the way forward. Penani comrades, we're still waiting for Upacho Kumulu, which is the regional manager. Comrades, I will request for a maximum discipline. La comrades sizoprotesta zangu solimaza muntu azangu zophula next Amanda Amanda discipline discipline Amanda two comrades ayishinamba
Look at us, please, colleagues. Colleagues must listen to so I need to supervisors at a pants. Yes, so keep us at a pants. All participate. All fighting for one. Special privilege.
Then kupugi kuichi comrades. Oh. I comrade nas disappoint.
And colleagues, let's all agree. Today will be marked as a working day. Let's all agree. I can go slow. And up until I can remember those 55 up plus. It's already more systemic. Until Bakudela register in the systemic, keep on slow. Let's all agree. Playing with us for far too
Kita kakhulu.
Ale remix leyo. Zosebenza thina sizenange leyo nto leyo. Dio. 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 Tsala mokani.
Kucha, kucha.
Akuna mwana ngaphakathi. Usho bazozo. Bakona. Ubani?
Ufile sengibona.
Angiyezi.
Amela zosayina thina sitiya kude.
Himpi yamagerila.
Himpi yamasoja. Himpi yamasoja. Himpi yamagerila. Ubane kanadasele. Himpi yamasoja. Akali aka. Ubane kanadasele. Himpi yamasoja. Akali aka. Hubana yo kalashase himpi ya masocha himpi ya masocha himpi ya magerila Bopa.
Colleagues, once again, Sanbanan. Maggie, memorandum. Where's Maggie? Colleagues, we are graced by appearance Ega Tapelo, our regional manager. I think you want to see him, Goffel. Colleagues,
Bopa.
remember, high discipline,
High moral.
high discipline,
High moral.
high moral,
High discipline.
We have our regional manager, Kitapelo. We have Philemon Malulek. OHS manager, Kuposa Ikam. Lamana get.
Ason Zumela.
Makutoto iyadingeka mosinayo manje sitoto anitothelana ukuthi balungise le imistake abayenzile yabanye awukwazi ukusayina iregister ukuthi awuzihola kusasa yebo
Bazokuproduce.
Ukhuluma ubabalo usisibabalwa. She's our administration manager. Uyadila ngamashampoo.
Bazala ngama-register sithi babala sikhuluma ngalesi sihloko ukuthi uyachinyana lo
yazi bantu akwethu ne ngiyajabula ukuthi ngila abanye ngibhatha ngiphelelanga ngiyazi ukuthi ayiphelanga uyazi ukuthi the way banamanga ngakhona ama-supervisor niyakwazi lokho ukhuluma koletha igala phela bake basiqamela amanga bathi yeza be-ofisini base bathi singayi ubona mani bathuma ukuthi beze i-ofisi banamanga
So sebenza kanje ngithi we have a memorandum. Yes. Give out. So should I read the memorandum? Yes. It states Memorandum of Demand to CWP Offices, Department of Cooperative Governance and Traditional Affairs from CW Supervisors, Storekeepers and Participants. Dated 05 February 2025. Subject, demand for permanent employment and fair working conditions. We, the undersigned supervisors, storekeepers and participants of the community program, hereby submit this memorandum to express our grievances and demand urgent intervention regarding our employment status and working conditions. For the past 5 years, we have diligently served under the CWP on annual renewal contracts. Despite our unwavering dedication and commitment, we remain in precarious employment, earning a stipend that does not meet the minimum wage standards set in South Africa. As full-time workers required to be on duty 5 days a week from 8 a.m. till 16 p.m. We believe that we deserve permanent employment with fair compensation. In South Africa, the National Minimum Wage Act 9 of 2018 establishes the minimum wage that employers are legally required to pay their workers. As of March 1, 2024, the national minimum wage is set at 27.58 rand per hour. Our demands are as follows. Permanent employment. Given our extensive years of service and the nature of our working hours, we demand immediate absorption into permanent positions. The current stipend of 2.7 and 960 is insufficient to sustain a basic standard of living, let alone support our families. Every worker in South Africa is entitled to a minimum wage, and we insist on being honored. The second one, fair stipend for participants. Participants currently earn 960 for 8 days a month, so we want an additional of 8 more days to make total of 16 days a month, to make it at least enough to cover even basic food expenses. This amount must be reviewed and increased to align with the rising cost of living. The third one, creditable training programs. We were promised training opportunities that have not materialized. Those who did receive training were issued unaccredited certificates, rendering them useless in securing future employment. We demand proper accredited training programs that provide real career advanced opportunities. Number 4, employment opportunities in other entities. We joined CWP with the hope of being absorbed into entities such as CLAM, Pikita, Johannesburg Water, City Parks, JRA, and others. However, this has not been fulfilled. We demand clear pathways for employment transitions into these entities. Number 5, proper tools and PPE. Our work requires adequate tools and protective equipment. The tools we initially received were worn out and have not been replaced, and participants have not been provided with full PPE. This is not only promises productivity but also puts workers at risk. Number 6, official letters for grant applications. Many of our participants have newborn children that are unable to access child support grants due to bureaucratic delays in obtaining income verification letters. We demand immediate rectification of this issue to enable participants to access the financial assistance they are entitled to. Number 7, support for workers aged 55 and above. Participants aged 55 and older are unable to transition into alternative employment. Yet CWP has failed to provide them with sustainable opportunities. We demand that these individuals be retained within the program with appropriate benefits. Number 8, contracts of participants that have 5 years and above in the program. We strongly dispute the statement that participants' contracts who have been in the program for 5 years or more will be automatically terminated. We reject this decision outright without negotiation. If the intention is to remove us from the program, then we demand to be absorbed into other entities instead. Deadline for response. We expect a formal response addressing our demands within 2 weeks from the date of receipt of this memorandum. Failure to respond accordingly will leave us with no choice but to escalate our concerns, including organizing a mass march without further negotiation. We trust that our grievances will be taken seriously and that immediate action will be taken to improve our working conditions. Sincerely, CWP supervisors, storekeepers, and participants.
Amanda!
Thank you, colleagues. Now we have 2 copies. We have 2 copies now. We are going to hand one, but only sign up both. We are going to keep one, and one is going to remain in the office. The other thing that we didn't include here, remember I mentioned payslip. We cannot be having such payslip from before. No emblem. It has nothing. When you when you go, okay.
Mambe comrade.
When we go to banks, when we go to Jet, Truets, Makam to apply, do they give you? No. Consider this. No. They don't. They don't again. So we also want to add this payslip that we want proper payslips. Yeah. We cannot be treated as such. Yeah. We are not puppets of the court. Yeah. We are also humans. We deserve to be treated with respect. Yeah. And remember we said we are not fighting, we are here peaceful. Yeah. And we are going to give the management here to address us. When after and then they sign this memorandum, we shall hear from them what's happening. And then after, can we remain so that we can discuss other issues? That's I step down. Thank
Good morning, colleagues. Let's come again about the issues that we face. Shortly, we celebrate. We cannot say we are happy that you are here. Actually, when you hear, you must be coming to deal with your paperwork and not in this manner. Actually, I'm not even happy that not all of you are here. One would have wanted all the 736 CWP participants here. I can you 7 Yes. So, in order for COGTA and CWP to hear your grievances, all of you will need to fight for your rights. Yeah. But maybe without any fear of contradiction, tell most of you, maybe some of you, you know that as a site staff, we are also participants. As of 3 years back, MIS number that actually led to salary reduction twice. So when we see this happening, it is hope. However, I have listened to the memorandum. One thing that one of your colleagues was saying is that that's not going to happen. It's not meant for this office. Yes. It must go where it belongs. Yes. We'll make sure that we get the district manager today. The problem that the district manager is that some of you only see me when you have problems in your sites. Why? Have you asked yourself? We do not have any resources to even come to you. We do not have resources to even service you, to even check the working conditions. We rely on your supervisors. At times, what we need to be there and see your working conditions. However, your supervisors, they do give a true reflection of the situation on the ground. That we must give them. And that we must always appreciate their work, that they are not even being paid for. We have participants who are now team leaders, who are doing supervisors' work, because COGTA cannot approve the supervisors in your sites. So that is the confusion and the problem that we are facing. each and every month, each and every Wednesday, each and every day, we submit a daily report, a weekly report, a monthly report. Amongst other things in those reports is that the participants do not have full proper PEE. If any of you could check our reports when we report, the issue of PPE is always there. Now the question is, why are we submitting those reports if they are actually not being read and being actioned? So it is very important that when you raise your issues, you raise them so that we are able to take it to them at a particular point. I won't be sitting this side. I will be in the forefront, because there's no way that we are going to bury colleagues because conditions. The next program, if this memorandum is not being taken care of, that you have submitted, as a site staff, we will be in the forefront in the next match.
Amanda!
Our colleague had a problem with pronouncing a word, bureaucracy. In short, bureaucracy, it is used when umuntu atashang is two. When a person does not want to tell you the truth, but we will say the policy says. But when it's their turn to implement the policy that says you must work in a good environment conditions, they are not there. When the policy says you must have full and proper accredited training for prospective jobs, they are not doing that. So who must keep the end of the very same policy? So it is up to us, colleagues, that we are going to say, Minister, whatever that they are feeding you, they may be misleading you. These are the truth on the ground. Yes. The truth is that the participants are not happy. We also having a problem that a person, when there is no law that says a 55 year and above is incapacitated to work, then where I work, they say a person who's 55 must now go away. There is no dustbin yamut. Even if there would be a dustbin yamut, the government will take that person when they reach their pension age. So in this instance, where are we saying the 55 should go? As a site staff, we have a problem with that. A problem is that we don't know only your names. You are not a number. We know the faces. We interact with you. We know the names. We meet anywhere else around Soweto. Someone who takes a decision up there may not even see you. You don't even know them. But when it's me who's passing there, you all let happen or implement the 55. That's how it is difficult for the site staff to cope with this. We have received a circular that we do not know what it means. Because as far as we are concerned, we have told on the 6th, when we were opening, that the 55 years are at work and they are saying their contracts are still intact up until end of March. Therefore, they are not sitting down. They are going to work and they are going to sign those ARs. So the circular that came last night, we don't know what it means. Maybe you told them that you are coming. They had to make a circular that we cannot even comprehend. The circular says you're starting today. Starting what? When did you stop? So we are taking this memorandum very seriously, and we are going to be affixing our signatures. You are going to be getting a copy. What we have said with the admin and the OHS is that we are not going to be part of the people who are being threatened and being locked in the offices for implementing something that is unlawful. So let COGTA calm themselves and implement it. So we hope that when time goes on, COGTA will come here. By the way, I don't even know COGTA. I'm 5 years here. I only know emails. COGTA has never said they want to talk to me. You can go to a district manager, is a participant as well. Go to the provincial manager, is a participant as well. So who do we talk to? When we say we want to meet face to face, so those are the challenges that we are facing. But hopefully, with the new management under the minister, and hoping that I never be misled by the bureaucracy, that the office there in, what street is that? I just forgot that street there in Pretoria. Because Hamilton, that every time we go and march there, we don't come with anything tangible. I think I've went 3 times there to a point that I said I'm no longer going there. It's useless. Because you never get a warm body there to talk to you. You are only met with police. When we go there, we talk amongst ourselves every time. There's a truck that will be there, someone will be talking, yet there is no one who comes out there and say, these are the issues. And that is the problem. What is, most of you who don't have the implementation manual, talk to your supervisors once in a while, that you read the implementation manual of the CWP. What is happening is totally different from what must be done in the program. So that actually frustrates also us here. But we are glad that you have given us a memorandum. And I'm not sure whether you would have a 5 minutes to have different questions. That would be part of the accompanying the memorandum. You know, so that we interact. So we only have 5 minutes to do that, so that because the district manager said when I got in here, said as soon as you've spoken to them, please can you give me the report, I need to submit it now. So we only having 5 minutes. So I'll give 30 seconds for just education. 4 heads. And can it be different subsides?
Colleagues, you go address this issue. Remember outside I said when we are here together. Yes. In this, supervisor, storekeeper, we are all participants. Because of we are here to fight for one. It is very saddening to have colleagues, babang, or not really more, we are listening and fighting. Some people are having fun at the back. And Rita today will be marked as a working day. Again, we are here. Will be marked as a working day. For those who are playing, there's one storekeeper in TV will be marked absent by the supervisor. How are they going to take us serious if people are running around and playing games? We are not here to play. TV will be marked absent today. To your supervisor, he will be marked absent. So we're not going to have a dialogue with you.
Oh, yeah.
Colleagues, we are going to take.
Go home because we are already absent.
Yeah, you're already absent. Colleagues, let's listen. We are going to take questions. Sumpati said he will take 5 questions. and he said ucela ukuthi ibe different sides. So when you raise your hand, please say your name ukuthi uphuma ku-ward bani. And if there are other regions who have joined, also say Kitoko region Mangmang, can we have
And also, when you say your name, you just want to know which side. I'm not going to write it down so that you know, a question, we just want to note that is this a feeling of the whole region? Because we may have an issue as a 31, may be different to issue as a 14. Again. So if we are going to have 5 hands from a 14, it will not justify other subsides. So, but the rest, again, we are still here. When I submit the report, I could really impact 16 are but then you'll come and talk as individuals. It's still fine.
Okay, I've seen 2 hands. Any other? 3? I guess there's no wrong or right question. Feel free.
Okay, Mama.
We have 4. If you want to go to him and address him privately, he will give you time. Ne? So it's only going to take 5 questions. I guess so that we also, we want to get paid. Also, needs to go back and start our activity. So I have 4 hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, well, yes, thank you.
Okay. Good morning. Morning. From what level? We were told to work with crumbs. We're busy working with crumbs, but we don't have any document telling us how we will be employed or anything. And we're not sure that if as we're working with crumbs we'll be employed. Because most people, what happens, like now, there were people who we were volunteering with, pick it up and all of that. When it's time to get employed, you don't get employed. They take their own people, they say, I own a ANC and all that. We will never be employed. So we want to be assured, as we work with crumbs, as our partners tell which we have to work with crumbs, are we going to get employed when they hire as soon as possible?
Okay. People who have raised their hands, please raise your voices, ne? So that accommodate people at the back. Oh, see, you're the second one. Okay.
Sasebenza esikolweni kodwa kuza umanagement sabiza off saya kumanagement site esikolweni ekhona sahlala kwathi ngoho impendulo zange ibuye samane sisiva ngezifoni nayo ke hamba ngezifoni ba hayi unansi akezi umanagement waphinda ebhosa kusenjalo sisebenza phansi kwenhlungu ama toilet abantwana amaphepha yonke into nje abantwana bamdaka kufuneka umntana xa egqothile ngosithatha umsebenzi ayingengowethu siwusebenze ngoba lokhu thina sivolontiela i-CWP ama-toilet sigeca inga senza yonke into saphuma apho ebhoda singatshongo uba siyaphuma kuthiwe masiyocela iphepha lithe uthe umanagement masocela uba sosebenza esikolweni imanagement yethu yalindwa azange bonakale till today saphuma esikolweni asitshongo esikolweni basiyaphuma so eva kusithiwa siyodibana necrime siyasebenza necrime sigeca ingca enjani kwezindlela ingca eyethelayo sichola amashini without i-safety asinamask sesicela kwababecrime kwakuthiwa i-safety yeza sisesebenza izowu-adressa nee-mistress zasebhosa zalinda i-safety zalinda i-management azange sibe nayo waphinda njema sisajonge kanjalo kodwa abantu abadala bahlala phansi sahlaliswa phansi savuka after sihleli phansi kwathiwa masibuye sizosayina ntoni i-contract ephela ngabani ngoSeptember namhlanje kuphinde kwathiwa masihlale asazi ke thina uba le mali ibisinceda ngoba kaloku bona bephambili ukuthi nje bahola amamiliyoni thina sihola
Volume gear. Awumncane gear for voice phansi.
Okay, Naki Dia from Ward 13. My question to Tabelo is that when there's a sitting and discussions for the pick it up, GRA, whatever, it's okay, we don't have a problem with that. But why, how about you, how about absorb your permanent positions? Why for suddenly the same meetings and then banke rule? It's been 5 years, our qualifications has been taken and nothing has been done. So we want now people back before Zamayamu who really response why high like right now we are working with them and we are hard workers. We are hard workers. We are because why we want to service. So right now there should have been a meeting and they decide us. So they are taking us because of they are taking us for granted. They are using us or what? I want to know where the same gesture that was taken. Well, let's take CWP and work with them. Let them. How many? And if not, why? That's my question. Thank you.
Excuse mama, ola la buto na phamisitse mo. Sa atumela. Mama ko pa atumela na. Okay. Bua mama.
My question is, I read through one of your circulars there, 13 of 2024.
Yeah.
It says that you guys are overspending uniform, but yes, yet some of us, you see this sexy body, I don't have a full uniform. I only have this, and Nalama Pushlaw and comfortable. And that's point number one. Point number two also says that when a participant exits the program, military training, there's never been. Konamanje yapela September. When are we getting that? And number three, amateurs guys, like we've got them 4 months, 5 months, all of them they broke. You always ask us, ama list my size, ama list my tools, but we get nothing. So can we get at least the clarification on that? Thanks.
Okay, colleagues, thank you to those 5 hands. I can't do the questions they are revolving around crime. But also let's not forget the matter at hand, which is those 55 years and plus. Akira Kokta said they must return to work, which is they have never left work as Umpati Ashi. The question is, Mabati Buelani M17, they do not appear on the registers. The system iba kipilo already. we want to know about the February payment for those 50 years plus. And also, as peace for 10 minutes out. Also, the other issue that is here on the memorandum, Kitaba September. Remember September they will be kicking us out. Region D on its own nearly 5 years. Nearly 5 years. So meaning all of us are never really service. Unless there are those bargaining Kaboma 2023. I get 2024. So we want to know when September Region D itabe emika ikadi participants 5 years and plus. Thank you.
Thank you, colleagues. Okopawe otenaka issue ya crowd. Kiona kare easy. Secular. I've just said even now that I don't understand the secular moral. In Region D, the last time we received something Etswanangli overall or boots, it was in 2022. The last time we received training, I'm sure it was late 2021 or early 2022. So I don't know what the secular says about IRA training, IRA Espendako uniform. Definitely not us. Maybe we are in the wrong CWP. That's why we're saying that we don't know who is caught. Because the only thing that you get is that secular that you can't even question. You say, but more oring. So we have not had procurement since 2022. Yeah, 2022, in fact. So I hope when I was making a remark here, I said each and every report that I raise, because it's a good supervisors, they will always talk about tools, equipment, and PPE. And we take that report as it is and submit it. The sad part is that they don't come back and say, no, more reporting how. We say, utline go old pochi, marry, it's a lie. That means those reports are piling up dust there. When we say, colleagues, recopa the CV, recopa in, when we ask that from you, we take them to where they're being requested. They gather dust. And they will come back again. Recopa. We just do that because as site office, we are creature of instructions. And we are told that we don't know it is a request from above structures. But who is these above structures? That if you can have 5 years, you've never met, they've never engaged with you. So those are some of the challenges that we have. And I think I have raised them. Colleagues, there is no COGTA or CWP that said any of you must work with CRAM.
Colleagues, wait.
Bopa!
Colleagues, wow, kubali mameleng.
Colleagues, again I'm responding to your question. I'm responding to your question. Now, Region D as a site, looking at what is happening within the CWP, how best are we putting our participants to be out there so that they can be seen to be working? What are engagements that we can have with people who can accommodate our participants? We do not have tools, we do not have equipment. You cannot go to Lesebetsa ko skolo. Skolo se le promise on hira re teacher. So if re dutse ko skolong, re dutse ko ke dikolo in fact. Clinic. Little clinic in hall. At most, if a hall can hire only 1 or 2. See? So, in order to say, can our people be visible, let's form a partnership with the city of Johannesburg, specifically Region D. In the city of Johannesburg, it's only Region D that is working with CRAM. Now, everybody is copying from Region D. Region F, they're engaging their RDs there that, no, we also want to work with CRAM. So it is an ongoing negotiation. Hence, we said to the supervisors when we call them for UBC, please tell your participants that working with CRAM is one of the strategies to make sure that we exit the program, because there is no future in this program. And there is no one who has guaranteed any of us that we will be incubated into the system. What we are doing, we are mitigating to say that, but we are working with URD. Then your entities, as and when they want people, look here, because we are already here. That's what we are doing. And that is the reason why we said to our supervisors, can you go and talk to your participants that in Region D, the management says it is not to your advantage unless we want to always sit in the back. You can do that and take your 960 every month without having anything. You are always signing a register, yeah, CRAM. We are always saying, now we are dealing with the memorandum. Paperwork. The question, yes, came from the paperwork to say, but let me remind all of us, the only thing that we sign it with the Department of Corporation, getting comped under the CWP. The next paperwork that you're going to sign is when you are out of the CWP. When you're working with CRAM, you are not doing CRAM any favor. It's the work that we must do. Instruction came, said, you must do service delivery work. That was called. No longer doing gardening. Now we are not abandoning the existing gardens again. But now we're looking at service delivery, real filling of potholes. When we say CWP is putting an impact, we should be able to say this is the impact that we are talking about. So it has nothing to do with COGTA and the CWP. It's a region on its own that said, for you to be able to be closer, it is not a guarantee, but you are closer to the door than being outside. So it is up to us. And supervisors, please, if there is anyone who does not want to work with CRAM, unfortunately, the Code of Conduct says the work day, it is designed by the supervisor. That is unfortunate. You give us that report. If the supervisor says we are moving, we are working with CRAM, that's what we are going to do. We are having bilaterals with the RD. They've recently appointed a GD from CRAM. We hope that we are going to have a very fruitful relationship. And by the way, just so you know, if supervisors did not tell you, the numbers that CRAM is short of is the numbers that we have as the CWP. Just so you know. I'm sure supervisors did not tell you that information, but it was disclosed. Listen, they may not have told you, not because malice was intended. They did not may understand the numbers. Those who are working with COGTA, CRAM, will understand that there are sites where you have only 3 people or 1 person. If we do not occupy that space, someone will. Someone mentioned, yeah, the ANC. They will do that. If you are not occupying that space. Let's occupy that space. Let's make sure that we make a difference. Also, there are participants who take pictures. There's no way that you can take a picture only for and then on that picture say only thing around Namutu. What is something that you contain? But those reports that we get, they reach the CRAM offices. Those who are on social media would have seen that the RD was actually congratulating the CWP, I think, 46, at 33. I know that Hot 11 is always on the ground, but I'm saying if there are participants who are acknowledged by the regional director, it says that there's an impact that you are making. So the issue of CRAM, it's not from Koktapa. It is from Region D. As my duty, I need to make sure that the CWP is visible. But more than it being visible, what is the well-being of those participants? Do they want to sit here forever? So that is the whole idea. Don't get it twisted to say, "Hi, Ronald Tusa CRAM." You are not assisting CRAM. You are doing the work that you are supposed to be doing in terms of the code of conduct and the participation agreement. So the issue at CRAM, it's a non-issue. It's something that, in fact, we are intensifying it. We have already requested them to say, as and when Lee order uniform, the safety head, because uniform at least the safety boots. When you order equipment, make sure you also cover us as well. Because Rona, Dololo, we don't have uniform, we don't have equipment, yet we want to work here in this place. So the issue of February salaries, again, when we're making these remarks, I said, we do not know what it means. Rona as Region G, what we know is that from the 6th January to date, the people who are 55 are at work. So who are those that will be starting today in terms of this section? So, I mean, I don't think that we have received any communication thereafter regarding the 55 in terms of the MIS. Because one of the problems that we have is that if our participants, your colleagues, they are being discriminated because of age, we don't know what else that is coming next time. You may find yourself out of the MIS. So it's not about no, at least I'm 34. It does not affect me. You are equally affected. I thought she's a guru of the system, the MIS. I was shocked to say, so and so is out of the system. So that is going to happen. So it is about time that everything that we see in our neighborhood, any opportunity that we see, let's seize that opportunity while we are fighting for our rights. We are dealing with the payment of February, which if the system is not coming all right, correctly, none of us will be paid end of this month. None of us will be paid. Because what the system does, when I am in the system and you are not in the system, but you are in the AR and that AR is signed and Babala has captured, it's an erroneous AI. Data center is going to reject it. When it rejects it, your payments are not loaded. That is the challenge we've been facing since Monday. That what are we going to say to these participants? So it's very important that in whatever they do, you guys, you need to stay together. You need to have one vision. If it means that you come here every day and want answers, let it be so. We will also go there every day and want answers until this is resolved. And the memorandum has covered a lot of issues. We are not, I can raise but when I see you saying CWP and COP, what we can do, Mama, from your question is that as and when we send it to the DM and the DM Irumela or the provincial manager, we will also see the office of the minister, Rona on our side, to say, in reaching T, just know this. Empire. So we will make sure that it reaches everybody. We will make sure that we communicate with the facilitators to say, it's a response that we got so that we are all on the same page. Thank you.
Sibonge. To witnesses. My witness age. Yeah. We'll need a witness. Yeah. Yeah, bonke kumele basayine sibone. Sikubone wasikubona ngisayine. Naye kayisayine lesiyibone.
Sayinile.
Wait your witness.
Received, yeah.
I'm a witness, yeah. Maybe way too. I was saying so that you can have, yeah, just still on this. Which is all good, so in
the copy.
I say photocopy. We'll just scan it. We'll just scan it and have the copy of it. We'll need another witness, colleagues. Yes, but I need to the Pamway and food we born and all right. That's fine.
Let's have one voice, ne? For those who are not on the group, there's a link. Ne? The group and the planner orders. There's a link. So those who are link, please send to everyone so that they can join the group. So that how na feedback is transparent. Information is disseminated same time for everyone. Okay? So that feedback. And then since our administrator is in party Abuti, is there any communication regarding those 55 plus bank registered? ba sa appearing ne I can have appear I can have a register la o tlo re di payments di tlo ba affected so we cannot be continuing ka di that cannot happen. We are still embarking on a go slow. But go slow doesn't mean it's a go slow when I have no show to be brother like that. Or do you hire only busy or whatever? Go slow means oh yeah, come 17 Mawadulo Savako. Because again, we are still taking it. Oh, colleagues, Mamela. Again, we are still taking it as a working thing. Because should the registers come back, and when I went to go slow him, what's that complaint? A supervisor, you make absent. Again, I complain now, I will make absent. It's a complaint now. Because of go slow, terminated today. And tell from today, go slow. To next week, the whole of next week, we need answers from the office. Again, they're going to take whatever that we have, the grievances, the sitting to wherever. Go back party of a whole. Our put the information that you take off, it needs to be disseminated on that platform. So next week, if the AR is luring those 55 plus Habayo, Rodula Commissaire go on the Kagin to Tasadi, because on that follow so mama. Udule. Koskolong say. I think we are in this together. Amanda. Thank you guys. Thank you.